So you received 3 watercolor pencils, some brushes, you'll need some water, you'll need your hands, and you'll need a piece of paper. I got mine from the recycling bin. I recommend you do the same. The thickness of the paper will help. So you just want to start by literally drawing on the paper with the pencil. It'll work like a regular colored pencil. You just want to get going. I've sped it up just for the sake of time, but of course that's not real time. You just want to go ahead and just go. There's absolutely zero pressure. You don't need to worry too much about what it is that you're doing. Maybe just sit down and draw what's right in front of you. If you have a plant in front of you, if you have a window in front of you, if you have just the scene of your kitchen or your room in front of you, if you have a person in front of you, or if you just have something in your head that you just want to get out, or if you literally just want to like put down random shapes and colors. There is no rules here. Just try, just see what happens. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. These pencils are a lot of fun to work with. Like I said, they work like regular colored pencils, but then since they are water soluble, you can like make them into larger expanses of color by adding water, which I'll do in just a little bit. So you want to just make a bit of your drawing first before going in and adding the water. And as you can see, I'm kind of like coloring in larger swatches of colors. Those are going to end up being darker with the color. It actually looks a lot more blue in person. I don't know, I guess on the camera it looks kind of dark, but I'll try and get like a nice final shot. As you can see, it's kind of wet there in that corner, so you kind of already see it, but make sure you get the brush really, really wet. Some of them are kind of stiff since they're brand new. You want to make sure it's fully saturated with water. And then as you can see, I'm going in kind of around into like quote unquote the negative space of my drawing, but there's no rules. Again, you can do it however you want. That's just kind of what I was feeling. You can see the blue and the green are kind of, and the gray are mixing together really nicely, and I really like that effect. And you can kind of diffuse the hardness of the line with the wet brush and make it kind of soft, which as I keep going and adding, that will happen. And that's kind of part of the medium, so don't be scared that like your line is kind of disappearing. Just like allow that to happen, kind of go with the flow, and remember that you can always add on top of it. So if a line disappeared that you didn't want it to disappear, once it's dry, or just give it like a couple blows of air or shake it out a little bit. Once it's dry, you can re-add the line on top of it, and no harm, no foul. So it's really a freeing medium. That's why I chose it for this month, just because it's so much fun. And as you can see here, I'm kind of like with the water like diffusing those lines that I had drawn, and you can see that they kind of like melt away, and I just end up with like a nice color. I especially like the contrast on the cardboard like brown color, as opposed to like a bright white that you would like find in like a typical watercolor paper. Of course, if you wanted to use like a fancier paper, you would want to use a watercolor paper, something that can, or a mixed media paper, something that can withstand holding the water and is not gonna warp, like a regular printer paper would use. I would not use that. You'll get like ripples in the paper. And it's also like a cool way to be eco-friendly. I of course really like the contrast of like the organic forms onto like a recycled material. I'm sorry if that's really loud. People are apparently doing construction. And also just remember, when you're watching this, it looks like it's coming together really quickly, but I just literally sped it up. Take as much time as you want. I might go back in, but this is kind of like the vibe that you end up with, and I'd love for you guys to share when you're finished. So I hope you have a really good time with it. And yeah, just have fun, and let me know what you end up doing. If you end up making more than one, I'm just super excited. I hope you liked this package. That was kind of a mix of my work and some materials for you to make something of your own. Definitely let me know what you think, and yeah, have a wonderful month. Bye.